Hi everyone, James here from the Excire team, and today I'm going to show you how you can find literally any photo in your image catalog in about 2 seconds using Excire's cutting-edge Find by Text prompt feature, also known as prompt search. Now, for me, prompt search is the absolute best way to find and retrieve images from deep within your photo library. It's the first tool that I use when I'm looking for specific photos of birds, of wildlife, of landscapes, street scenes, macro subjects, and so much more. Prompt search is also a great way to explore your image catalog. You can use it to find photos that match a particular theme, and it can even help you discover photos that illustrate abstract concepts. And it doesn't really require any work on your part either. You don't have to spend time prepping your images in advance with keywords or tags. You just describe the images you're looking for, and as long as they've been analyzed in Excire, they just appear. Let me show you how this works. Here in Excire Foto 2027, prompt search is very easy to access. You'll find it in the upper right-hand corner. It's this button with the pencil icon. So go ahead and click that, and you'll see this dialog box with a text prompt field. For your average search, all you have to do is type in a description of the image you're looking for, and then you'll just click Start Search down here. So if you're a bird photographer and you want to grab a photo to share on social media, you could type bird of prey flying into the search field. Make sure that photo content is checked here, and then just hit Start Search. Excire will go through, find the images that match the prompt from within your catalog, and then they appear. Basically, you just type in your description, you immediately have the images you want, and that's what makes this tool so incredibly powerful. Let me show you a bit more here, so let's head back to the prompt search tool. You can click this icon. You can also use a keyboard shortcut, so Control plus space. On a Mac, it would be Command plus space on your keyboard. So this time, I'm going to search for northern lights over mountains and water. But before I hit start, I want to draw your attention to this option here, where you can choose between searching for photo content or text and photos, or you can search for both. This is new in Excire Foto 2027, so I do want to make sure you know how it works, because for descriptive prompt searches, you're basically telling Excire, find me the photos that match this description. That's photo content here, and you'll want to make sure that photo content is selected. But if you want Excire to find specific text that appears in your photos, so for instance, if you're looking for photos based on a street sign text or text on store windows or on an athlete's jersey, on a car, that sort of thing, then this text and photos option is great. In this tutorial, I'm actually focusing on the sort of traditional prompt search and keeping only the photo content box selected. But if you want to know more about using the new search for text and photos tool, I've created another tutorial that explores this option and explains how to use it in depth. And I'll put the link in the video description below. Anyway, I'm going to keep photo content selected here because I want to find photos that contain the northern lights. And let's hit Start Search. And here's what we get. As you can see, it's exactly what we were looking for. Let's head back into the prompt search again. I'll actually hit the Control plus space on my keyboard. And I want to try to search for something a bit different, something more abstract, because one of the amazing things about Exire's prompt search technology is that it can identify images using abstract terms such as love or sadness or relaxation. So if you want to make a print for your living room and you know you want the image to be calm, relaxing, and include a beach, you could always just search relaxing at the beach. I make sure photo content is selected and hit Start Search. As we've seen over and over, prompt search is really accurate, and it's accurate here too. I get what I'm looking for, images that all give a sense of relaxation at the beach. But what if you're not actually getting the results that you want? Well, that's when you can use the customization tools. So go back to the Find by Text prompt tool and look down here. First, you'll see you have a distance limit, and that refers to how closely the resulting images must match your search description. If you push this towards strict here, then Excire will only return images that very closely align with your search terms. Whereas if you push the slider towards loose, your results will be a lot broader. I'm just going to reset that there. You also have the option to change the maximum number of images that the search returns. I normally leave this at whatever I had last. I think the real concern is if you're doing a search that has quite a lot of corresponding results, if you keep this too low, then you'll be cutting off results that you might want. But it's fine to leave it at, I think the default is 100. But sometimes it can be helpful to increase it when you want or expect a lot of results from your catalog. And then finally, you can specify where you want to search. By default, the prompt search is looking through the whole Excire database, but you can choose to narrow this down to the current view, that is the photos that are currently displayed based on what folder or collection you have selected in Excire, or you can look at specific folders and collections if you choose this option. Just bear in mind that Excire remembers your settings by default, so if you do a search in the current view, then you'll need to choose Find in Whole Database here the next time you run a prompt search, or you might be surprised by how few images appear in the results. Finally, note this option here to overwrite results. Normally, when you run a search in Excire, the program saves your results. So if I run the same search as before, and I can actually, there's this keyboard shortcut, you can press up, the up arrow, to see your previous prompt. If I were to run this, then you'll see the search in the results panel on the left, and it will remain there. It'll be saved along with previous searches. But if you toggle on this overwrite results option, your search won't be saved. You'll instead just see the results under the last search results heading. And the next time you run a prompt search with this toggled on here, then the previous search results from the last search results tab will disappear. Let me show you one more thing here. So this time I'm going to search for Velociraptor. But here's the thing. I don't actually have a photo of a Velociraptor in my catalog. But prompt search's understanding is so context aware that even if you don't have the image you've described, Excire will give you associated images. So let's see what happens. And in this case, I get birds and lizards and an image of a T-Rex sculpture of some sort, simply because those elements are so heavily associated with and related to Velociraptors. Well, there you have it. The power of Excire's prompt search. It's fast, it's accurate, and it works even with abstract or complex descriptions. So give it a try and see just how easy it is to surface the exact photos that you had in mind, even from deep within your image archives. If you found this video helpful, click that like button, and for more tips and tutorials on Excire's AI-powered photo management tools, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Thanks so much for watching.